Hi everybody, welcome to Dredge Eye Tarot. Today we're going to be doing Sagittarius, your 9-card spread for the week. I'm going to start off by checking your overall energy for the read. I'm going to see where you're kind of coming from. During the 9-card spread, I'll be checking your past energies, current energies, the people you're dealing with, things they could be trying to teach you, how you might have handled it in the past, conscious, subconscious, advice on how to handle it this time around, and of course, possible future. During the 9 card, I also like to go into a little bit of depth. I like to go into a little bit of background into the person that you're dealing with. I think it's helpful. You get the 10 of Cups in reverse, though. There's something that keeps you wanting to walk away. There's something that's not quite right, that doesn't feel. But it's the loss, it's the pride, it's the lack thereof, so to say. I feel like you might have worked very diligently and gone quite into depth on how to make this work, but there's something that you're just not getting. There's something that's not appropriating correctly. So let's jump right in. You're checking out your past energies, current energies, most possible future, like I said. And then we're going to go into telling the story. I'm going to try to get all the cards out right, but I like to talk, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Here's a story. I like stories. Put that right there. We'll get to it in a second. And a backstory. Or maybe it's the other side of the coin. We're just going to set that right there. A little freestyle twist to my 9-card spread, huh? Okay, look, it's just going to keep giving me stories, and we're just going to keep putting them out there because I ain't scared. Right, Sag? So here we go. I am still looking for how you would have handled things in the past. I don't want all this information. Turn it into 2-year avoiding conflict. The subconscious just wants to get at it, though. There's something that you go against the grain, however. Let's get that card. Apparently, they didn't think that I was talking fast enough or enough. Most possible future outcome, please. Still saying stuck. Even though the communication is there and the advice, it's still saying it's a bit stuck. The Hangman in reverse is at the bottom of the deck. This tells me there's a possibility that you could be stuck in your thinking, your perspective on how you're viewing it completely. It's not necessarily the other person or the situation. There's something that's stopping you from seeing what the blessing actually is or the actual path to go. This is quite useful information because as I pull out the clarifying deck, okay, I'll pull out what I see in your first storyline is I see very proud individual, um, secure in their actions. I see some sort of relinquishment of something. Like they just recently stopped doing something. It was kind of out of character. It was kind of changed, but they had this mindset, this view, and of what it was that was going to make them happy or content. It just didn't have anything to do with that thing, whatever that thing was. They spoke very, very strongly on it. It possibly was a very detrimental ending. Now, this was in a past event. I also see some sort of mourning and loss. This could be from the other side, like in response. A failure to give. Or speak in a truthful, honest manner. Maybe the person was just so hurt that they couldn't see it in any other way. Now, this could be you or the person that you're dealing with, of course. But now it's a very defensive idea between the both of you that it's a looking back at how much that there was a lack of trust, and now your defenses are up, or they've put up their defenses. Now I see a lack of patience and a digging, like an obsession with it. Emotional imbalance I see, leading to action and manifestation. And so there's an idea that we need to seek the truth, that we need to put things in order, get our stuff in order, but coming from energies such as this, like an emotional imbalance, and digging for more truth than what you're given. I see that that's a recipe for disaster, but it's such a strong energy with the King of Wands right here and the Magician. Like we're full on acting out and manifesting or trying for this thing that we wanted in our emotional distress. So instead of seeking the truth as it were, we're looking for something that we do not know to be true, or we do not know the universe has for us. So it's a possibility that we're going against the grain, which would make the desire or the manifestation of that thing that we desire kind of difficult. Or maybe it won't come out the way that we expect it to. It's not a recipe for contentment and happiness at all, Sagittarius. So now let's get into your 9-card spread. I see a withholding. I see a holding back of my ideas, my thoughts, my actions, things that I want to do, things that I'm very, very passionate about or very strong-minded towards. I see it leading me towards frustration, alienation, like you couldn't possibly understand how I feel or what I'm going through, mainly because I know I'm not sharing. And if I'm not sharing, then that gives you every opportunity to go off course, way out in left field, so to say. I see the Knight of Swords again. Here we have this very strong bond between what I've done in the past, reflecting or going hand in hand with how I currently think and feel. Um, Now, of course, with the moon here in reverse in my current energies, this is things coming to light. These are things that I had feared. These are things that in the stillness of the night, I have subconsciously feared. But now they're coming to light as there was nothing really there. There was no reason to back away. There was no bump in the night. There was nothing hiding under my bed to snatch my feet while I slept. And your Five of Pentacles is here yet again. Now this again is it's a removing yourself from the situation, but only verbally, only in action, you know? And apparently towards the past, how you would have handled things in the past is still the same. Like you try to avoid conflict. But Sagittarius, what I have to tell you is that holding on to this vibration, holding on to this energy could be the whole cause of your imbalance in the first place. You could be causing your own rainstorm, so to say. Because in your subconscious, all you want to do is win. All you want is victory. All you want, so this spiteful withholding of what you think or feel, this very conscious withholding of yourself or alienating of yourself around this person, what you think, what you feel, what you have even, you know? Yes, I have a car. No, I can't bring you. You know, not until you hear or care to hear what I have to say. All right. But does the shoe fit well on the other foot is what I'm asking. So you have this huge, overwhelming feeling like it's smug, it's spiteful, it's raring to go, baby. You cannot wait until this person puts his foot or her foot in her own mouth. You can't wait for it. Kind of just sitting back. You're part of the bleachers now, you know, but you're still a very main character, so it's withholding. The person that you're dealing with is clinging to an idea from the past. They have recently had something that has overwhelmingly changed the way they thought, felt, changed the whole structure of how they saw or how they perceived the world around them. But they're still kind of tethered to it some way, shape, or form. Now, if we want to know why, we're going to have to look into the person themselves, and we'll do that later. But for now, they're trying to show you or trying to teach you that even though something has ended, or there has been an ending, there's still a sense of irresponsibility, misplaced joyous emotions, you understand? Like if I don't mourn the loss of somebody or something appropriately, then it's probably going to come back and get me later on. If I don't do my taxes this year, yes, that year's over. Yes, yeah, it's over. And I'm just hopping, leaping, and jumping away from it. But if I don't stop and cling to that year long enough to do my taxes, it's going to come back later, and it's going to get me, and it's going to get me good. So there's a certain amount of clinging to old ideas, situations that kind of help to smooth the road just a little bit if we just take a little bit of time. Of course, you're ready to go now. You're ready to walk away from this situation. You're bringing up old stuff. It's misplaced. I don't feel comfortable. There's something, you know, I've left the past in the back. Why can't you leave the past in the back? You know, but the inability to change your thinking or to fit in and mold with this person is not fair. So you're expecting them to give all of the flexibility and you none, because you know the way, right? That's right. You do. Not always. And sometimes when we come together with other beings and other people, other energy forms, it tends to be a balance, and it should be a balance. That's why the card of Sagittarius being temperance, look how wonderful she sits, pouring one cup into the other, kind of testing the temperature of the gumbo before she puts it to her lips, or before she serves it to other people. It's like she is calculated and about balance. I see communication being your go-to for advice this go round. Not necessarily to conform or to make this other person conform, just an idea, a communication, a discussion. However, this does seem one way, like there's no response to it. So it could just be like, I'm putting this out here because this is how I feel, just so you know where I'm at. Not necessarily because I expect it to change anything or I expect a response. See, it's just one way. Now, I do see that in the upcoming future, there is still this stuck feeling, this feeling like you can't really get a foothold. You're not really where you want to be or where you expect to be or where you've foreseen yourself. It's kind of being overtaken. Now, this could be the hand-in-hand involvement of the person that you're dealing with clinging to the past, but unless both paddles are rowing in the same direction, then we might not have ever gotten there to work out the fine details of the thing that needs to be smoothed over before we can move forward. Now, that's just what I'm getting here. Like I said, I keep getting this alienation. I keep getting this lack of involvement or speech. You're not speaking. The Ace of Wands is at the bottom of the deck currently. Well, we're going to go ahead and pull through. Oh, and that goes there. Yes, there is definitely a connection. There's a tangible, like knock on wood, it's actually there, tangible thing or scenario or item, I'd say item, that is directly bound to them needing to clear things up or fix something, not leave it in the past, and your inability to feel like you're moving forward. But wanting to avoid conflict is not helping, it's actually creating. I definitely see the flow of energy being that you were there as a partner and y'all were walking side by side, and your partner says, hey, look, there's that thing in the back there. I need that. I need that key back there. I need that key to get through this door up here. And you're like, if we don't get to that door before sunset, we ain't getting through that door at all. And so you never really go with your partner to go get the key. You know, you don't want to take part in it. You are so dogmatic in your thinking and your need to walk away and leave it behind, that you are actually leaving behind the key that is going to get your partner through the door. So you are actually, this tangible thing is causing and your need to show them that you're right. If we don't get there before sunset, we're not getting through. Do you feel that energy coming from them? Do they have to prove to you if they don't get the key, then y'all aren't getting through? I don't think so. I think that there's a need to communicate and rise above this issue, this problem, this lack thereof. A successful outcome. I knew it started with an S. How dare you not know your own brain? Don't. 'Tis not my own, my loves. There we go. We are now looking into the person that you're dealing with. I want to get like a background. I want to see where they're coming from. Their deepest subconscious and drive. They were going to move closer to their conscious and what they know, they think, and they feel, or how they're coming around. And one last one for how they're showing up. Why is this tower here in reverse? All right, babies, let's get to it. I need 3 cards. I see the Wheel of Fortune is turning. I see the Two of Spears, the Two of Pentacles right here. This is a balance, or a bit of a juggling act. They have a lot going on, but they're able to control it because mainly the Wheel of Fortune is kind of turning in their favor. It's propelling them. The Grand Symphony of Life, at which you seem to be withholding. I see the World. The World is also here, fixed. Definitely it's a need to get to the next level. Damn. All right. This is crazy. They are coming with the most powerful, profound major arcana. They are coming with the universe. They are coming with the world. They are coming with justice and judgment. They're also showing face as the Tower and the Fool. Your current energies are the Moon and the World in reverse. The Moon in reverse and the World in reverse. The Hangman in reverse. So I do see a lot of very stuck energy and feelings. I do see that it's mainly on your part, Sagittarius. Get out of your own way, baby. Come on now. Why are you with this person if you don't trust them? Why would you even continue this relationship any further if you cannot just release for a little bit and let them drive? Let's see. One more. Oh, and Death in reverse. Death in reverse is how they're showing up. Directly correlates with the Tower in reverse. It's a clinging to or a need to hold on to something in the past. I see the Knight of Pentacles. This is worth, change, giving, delivering, manifesting or creating, making a way. The Justice card here in reverse kind of makes me feel like there's something that they think that they're not seeing, or something that hasn't manifested or shown itself. I don't think that they're willing to speak on it so much because I don't see a lot of cards of communication. However, there is something that they know, that they feel, that's holding them or pulling them back. Maybe it's because the Two of Pentacles is here and they have a lot going on between the Wheel of Fortune and the World here. That's a lot to juggle emotionally at your stem. And they might just need you to walk a little bit slower. Now, if you're hearing them or not, that is up to you, Sagittarius. But I would take into the utmost consideration that compassion is required here in order to make a successful movement forward. Let's see. With the Knight of Pentacles, they do seem to need to move forward. You understand? They do have forward movement. They're not trying to stay stuck. They're not trying to move backwards. What they're trying to do is to make sure that everything is in order before they move forward. So if you're a little impatient here, Sagittarius, and if you need this power and this control to go ahead and start mapping things out, just understand that you might be leaving something out. I'm going to go ahead and go into 3 cards for kind of like a summary I'd like to go ahead and summarize exactly what the reading is trying to say, although I believe that we've made it pretty cut and dry. Um, like I said, I do still see that there is a need or an upcomingness for you to feel overwhelmed, to feel like your opinion doesn't matter, or that the thing that you wanted is not coming to fruition. It's not coming clear. But I guess I would feel like I would need to take one for the team with all these energies and all these things coming about to rise above your dogmatic thinking and your stuck emotional kind of attention seeking manipulation. I don't like to be that strongly about it because sometimes it can be just a little bit less than that. But miss me as I walk away because it's not going my way is emotional manipulation. So Sagittarius, do keep that in mind, that this thing that they have to do or they feel like they have to do is way far beyond their control. It's astonishing. Judgment, justice. This is an ascension. The world, it's a completion. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is the grand design moving in their favor, propelling them forward, lighting that passion. And death in reverse and to Tower in reverse is just how they're showing up to you. They are being directed, and no, you are in no way, shape, or form a match for what the universe has in store. So if you're going toe to toe with the universe, baby, just understand it's going to feel like this. This is just what it's going to feel like. The only thing that you can do is get out of that dogmatic thinking, that stuck thinking where you can only see things from one perspective and start to look at things from a different light. It's the only thing you can do because today it's just not your way. All right. I want 3 cards for a summary for my Sagittarius, please. 7 of Wands in the upright. Queen of Wands in the upright. And the Death in the reverse. That's right. You too will conquer and feel like you're on top and be able to defend yourself confidently, strong. The world rolls out in front of your feet. If you too indeed can think about or rehash or revisit this old thing that had happened or this has happened, or according to the cards, it seems to be something very, very tangible. Y'all were moving from Arizona to New Jersey. On the move, a table fell out of the truck, you know, crashed on side the highway somewhere in Texas. You're over it. You're already thinking of a different way. They're not. They want to go back and get it. There was $100,000 strapped to the bottom of that table. I don't know how else to appropriate it. But until you come with as much vigor, then I don't feel like your path will be, you'll be moving in accordance with the path. So do indeed stay on the path. Communicate exactly why you're feeling. Do not, I would say, do away with this spiteful feeling because it's not doing anybody any favors. And just because you seem to have been able to see things or clear things up, maybe it could be in the wrong direction. I see that this person isn't, we're not seeing eye to eye, and you're going to walk away or leave or abandon the trip. And that's not necessarily the case. See that you're not seeing things eye to eye and figure a way to bridge the gap. The communication and action is right here waiting for you. This is your advice. Avoiding conflict is how you would have normally handled it, but in a way where your subconscious was just wanting to rip their head off or tell them or have the world show them and prove to them that you were right the whole time. Mend your fences. Mend your fences correctly. Make sure your relationships are strong this upcoming week or two. It's possibly for the month. Next week, I will come with a relationship read. I bet you can't wait, huh, Sagittarius? But until then, thanks for stopping by at Dread Jive. I hope you enjoyed the read. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to visit the website, dreadjivetarot.com. Schedule a personal reading.